You're watching the new home for live Grizzly athletics on the Grizzly Digital Network. We would like to thank our corporate sponsors who have made today's game possible. For more information, log on to grizzlyathletics.com. Now, here's voice of the Grizzlies, Matt Mahoney.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Grizzlies Live at Newk's Eatery, and the staff here at Newk's have a wonderful thing going on right now. They've partnered with the Gwinnett Medical Center and their foundation to raise not only awareness but money for breast cancer research, and specifically the patients here in the Gwinnett Medical Center. And so anytime you come to Newk's here this month, not today, tomorrow, anytime the month of October, you can round your bill up to the nearest whole dollar, and those change, that loose change, will be donated to that GMC fund, and the folks here at Newk's will match a portion of those proceeds after it's all said and done. They've already had off to a great start. 1 week already in the book. They've raised a couple $100, and that's all because of you out there supporting the cause. And today we're going to support the cause of men's soccer. Head coach Steve DeCou. Coach, how we doing?
We're doing great, Matt.
It's a long day. I can't imagine what goes through a head coach's mind when you got to play a 7 p.m. game tonight under the lights. And I'll help you kill some time by hanging out here.
No, this helps take some of the monotony of the waiting around. Little menial tasks, get the uniforms out, make sure everything's ready. It just gives us a chance, though, prepare for the upcoming road trips and take care of some of that business we need to.
We'll get to those road trips as well, but you talked about it last week. We got a whole week, 8 days to prepare for not only this game, but kind of the stretch run here down to the end. How has this week of practice gone?
It was good. It was good. We were able to get back to basics, kind of just revisit some of the things that we feel we needed to readdress and to improve upon. The 8 days, a couple of the guys, Juan Giraldo, Tyler Woodruff, who've been carrying some injuries, were able to get back into training, and we'll see some minutes tonight, so it was good to get everybody back on board.
Tonight, the Grizzlies, 7 o'clock versus Talladega at the Grizzly Soccer Complex. Looking forward to seeing everybody out there. But what's some of the things that goes on a game day for Coach DeCou? Do you have any superstitions that you like to have on a game day?
We've got a couple. You'll never see Coach May and I wearing the same color shirts.
Okay.
One of the times we lost, which, knock on wood, there have not been many, and hope not to be many more, but we were wearing matching shirts, and we decided we'll never do that again. Right before the William Carey game, we were wearing the same color shirt, and we quickly changed.
Somebody changed.
Somebody had to change, Just silly things like that. I always wear my cleats on the sideline. I'm once a player, always a player, so it's that mentality about I'm going into the game with them, and so I do that. But no other really crazy. I had stuff when I was a player, but I haven't carried a lot of that. I don't wear the same shirts every time. I don't dress certain ways. I do, though, try to make sure, the uniforms are already out, the pregame talk's already written up on the board, and I just rehearse that over and over again, and so that's probably about the only superstition I have.
You talked about you and Coach May wearing the same shirt and didn't have a nice result. Is this true? I read this on our website, courtesy of Clay Trainham. He does better research than I do. I just borrow all his material. But for the first time in program history, we had a draw against Shorter and a loss to Reinhardt. First time back-to-back non-wins for your soccer program. Is that true? What does that say about your program? What about the scope of the history of the program?
Well, it is true, and what it says is we've been very successful. I mean, we've been able to bounce back from tough results, and so it's a learning experience. We said from the beginning this is a young team, but they're growing, they're getting better, and so hopefully tonight we end the non-winning streak. So
it'd be nice to get right on the right foot, especially here at home tonight. Then we're going to go on the road. We're going to go on the road a lot in the month of October. This Saturday to Mobile, Alabama to take on Spring Hill. What's something with tonight's game and Saturday's game, after a week of preparation, that you go, I want to see this on the field tactically work well?
Well, a couple things. I feel we have not been as dangerous in front of goal. We need to create more opportunities. We need to dictate the tempo of the game a little bit better. I thought Shorter, the first 15, 20 minutes were all over us. But then we really turned things around. When we scored the goal against the run of play, the Reinhardt game, they really made life difficult on us. They tried to take away what we do, and I don't feel we adapted as well as we could have and should have. Yet, having said that, we still had chances to equalize and or get a goal in early and put them on the back foot, which we didn't. So today we've got to be more dangerous in the final third. We've got to stay more compact defensively. I thought there was too much space, and when I say between the lines, I mean there's the forwards, the midfielders, the backs, and the space in between. If you get too stretched, that's where teams like to sit in those pockets and play. We didn't do a good enough job. That's something we've worked on this week.
something yesterday that come out from the NAI office, the new coaches poll. We're glued to that thing every Tuesday afternoon. We dropped to number 12, and I don't know about you, I was shocked. I thought we would have fallen a lot further than that, but we settled in there at 12, and I'm not saying you're happy with it, but you can't be too disappointed.
No, we thought as well. We thought we'd drop further. The reason though we didn't, I don't know if we've talked about it, was the RPI. The MRPI came out the week before, and we were 6th in the country. And that's probably a more true picture of where you stand as a program, because that looks into your opponent's winning percentage, what teams were ranked, where games were played on the road. The coaches poll is, let's be honest, it's a beauty pageant. It's where a bunch of guys think it. It's not really a true picture of where you stand.
Yeah.
Now, that coaches poll, though, is used in the RPI, and so because of our high standings, the first couple polls, that's helped us, and the fact that we don't drop as far as we thought is going to be helpful. So, being the fact we're an independent, we need those points to help with our RPI, and as we go forward, the longer we stay in, the better that helps us with potential at-large bid.
And I can translate some of that for our fans here. Stick to the coaches poll. That's good news when we climb up that. But that RPI that Coach is talking about at number 6, that's good news, and that's about all you need to know about that for today. But that's something that's not out there. The coaches and obviously care about a lot, but that RPI was huge for us to be up that high at 6, and it helped us in the coaches poll. But as long as we stay, top 10, heaven forbid, top 5, that's going to be great news for us in the coaches poll, getting ready for the postseason.
And the fans can go find that. That's online at NAIA.org. You go to the men's soccer page, and it's listed there. And that's what they use. They use the MRPI poll to determine seeding and the at-large bid. So that's why that poll is more important in our eyes than the top 25 poll.
Absolutely.
Hopefully that helps.
Coach, absolutely. He's 100% right. That's exactly how we operate. Coach, tonight, 7 o'clock, under the lights, versus Talladega. You looking forward to playing here at home again?
Yeah, I love a home field. I mean, it's an advantage. Kids love to play here, and thus far we've been pretty good at home, and so we like to be on it because we know the surface, we know how it plays. They're at home, they're got their routines going, and so now, let's just get ourselves back on the winning way.
Well, Coach, that's our pre-game interview. We'll have you on the broadcast later on tonight about 6:45. How's that sound?
Sounds good, man.
Coach, thanks for dropping by.
Thank you.
Head Coach Steve DeCou will take a break here, and we'll come back with head women's soccer coach Domenic Martelli. This is Grizzlies Live at Newk Eatery on the Grizzly Digital Network.
Hello, I'm Dr. Darren Wilson, Director of Athletics at Georgia Gwinnett College. Our administrators, coaches, and staff are proud to be one of the newest members in the NAIA. We aim to uphold the NAIA Champions of Character principles by promoting a positive climate for growth while fostering relationships within Georgia Gwinnett College, Lawrenceville, and Gwinnett County. In addition, we embrace our core values for the Grizzly Athletic Department: sportsmanship, leadership, service, responsibility, and pursuing excellence. Our mission is to develop lifelong leaders of character through academic and athletic excellence. Go Grizzlies!
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, here to Grizzlies Live at Newk Eatery. We're joined now by the one and only head women's soccer coach, Domenic Martelli. Coach, how are you? Good. I'm doing good. Can't complain.
What a week. What a fall.
It is.
It's October. Did you get up for the lunar
No. Nope.
What do you call it?
The lunar
sun,
eclipse.
The lunar
the red
eclipse
moon.
thing? Yeah. I got up.
Did you?
Yeah.
How'd it look?
It was hard to see. Because I couldn't figure out what was happening, like coming around the sun or the moon, and but beautiful colors.
Nice.
Beautiful colors.
Very nice. It's hard to imagine October's here. We're glad October's here because now we get to see our Grizzlies at home. Golly, it's been so long.
Right, yeah. I mean, we've had a couple here and there.
Yeah.
But again, when you look at scheduling a season when we don't have conference games, which automatically gives you 4 away, 4 home, 5 home, 5 away, we have to get the games as much as we can. And going away to play some of those teams is important, and you have to do it sometimes to get the quality teams. But now I think as we move forward, people want to play us. They know it's going to help them in the rankings. It's going to help them in the RPI. It's going to help us. So now we're part of that elite 30, 40 schools in the country that everybody wants to play.
I have to know, a follow-up from last week's question to this week's question. How did mid-season, preseason camp go here, halfway point of the year?
Well, it was easy for me because I have never really had a preseason in the last couple of years, and somehow I got injured, and I don't know where the injury came from, and so I didn't have much of a mid-season, preseason. But honestly, the girls have worked very hard. We've done it in a way we were smart. We went pretty hard last week, pretty hard early this week, but with the weekend off, Friday being a phenomenal day to do some team bonding, watch some video, really analyze some of the parts of the games that not only we did well and maybe not as well in the previous part of the season, but moving forward, what we want to accomplish on and off the field, what we want to accomplish in the games that we're playing, these next 7 games, so that we can continue to build to get ready for the conference championship.
You talk about watching film and practice. What adjustments have you made this past week to kind of get ready for that stretch run?
Well, I think when you look at some of the high-level games we played against some of these great teams, early in the year there was a little bit more soccer being played, but when we played Northwood and Bernal, which are, as of yesterday, I think they're like 13th and 18th in the polls.
Top 20 for sure.
Yeah, the games were more, okay, we're going to battle you and you're going to battle us, and that's where we came together. Not much soccer being played in and around those battles.
Right.
Which shows that, hey, if we would have stepped up a little bit in either game, of course, in the Northwood game, it was pretty much 2-1, set for 45 minutes in the second half. For now, when you're up 2-0, you want to be able to get your game management settled and come away with that kind of a win. But we saw where we lost that game and let it slip away, and we saw Northwood where we didn't step it up and the game slipped away just from the tide being, down each half.
So definitely some learning opportunities there. Looking forward to that this weekend. Not 1, but 2 home games this weekend, Friday afternoon, Saturday night. What are you looking forward to?
Well, Point's a very good team. They're coming off 2 very, very good wins, 4-0 and 5-0 this past weekend. They actually played today, which gives me a chance to get to see what they have against a very good Bryan team from the Appalachian Conference. So when we look at them today, we'll know what they're going to bring to the table, but we're still focusing on what we have to do. We want to get a little bit more efficient in our attack. We want to get a little bit more efficient in our possession. We want to get a little more efficient in our game management. And what's so great about playing these 2 games in a weekend, and in this case, back-to-back, we see what we can do on a Friday and quickly get a chance to come back and do it again on Saturday, and hopefully even better.
Is there a concern there? A week off, and now we're going to play 2 games in just over 28 hours?
Well, I'm not worried about the back-to-back games. I think we're fit enough. We're deep enough as a roster. We have plenty of players. I think pretty much for the first time, we're almost going to be as healthy. Other than maybe one player, we're going to be as healthy as we've been all year as far as everybody being able to play. But our goal is still what we need to do. The only thing I can think of is maybe we'll be rusty in a game environment. It's always different than when you play each other. So hopefully we can shake that out as quickly as we can and get into the meat of the game.
Give the fans an idea of the things that have to be done in order to kick off at 4 o'clock on Friday on a game day. I'm sure you had to dust off some emails and pull up some files. Or what's the checklist of things that coach has to get done before we even kick the ball off?
Well, I think prepared for Point, especially because they're playing Friday, it's ongoing. We've kind of accumulated some of the box scores with the help of my assistants. We've kind of looked at some of their results. We're getting scouting reports. So that's an ongoing process that we'll finalize on Friday. As far as what the girls are doing is we're getting them healthy
and physically ready, so our athletic training staff is getting them prepared as much as possible. As a staff, we're playing as much as we can this week. We've already done our fitness. So now getting us ready for Friday, you look at Friday as an opportunity for them. Yes, they still have to go to class. We'll have our pregame meal, hopefully right around noon in a terrific, delicious cafeteria, or we can eat here at Newk's, one or the other. And then from there, we get them to the locker room. They get their taping, they get their snacks. We meet as a team. So a 4 o'clock game, we'll meet at 2:30. We'll show some video. We'll go over the scouting report. We'll give ourselves our list of things we want to accomplish in the game. And then they're off. They start their warm-up. You and I have a little session before the game.
Yeah.
I pretty much am a hands-off guy in preseason, pregame stuff.
Yeah.
I don't do much in the warm-up. I kind of walk around, make sure everybody's doing their role. Gives me a chance to meet talk to the other coach. And of course, get a hold of some of the ball people and the fans and all that kind of stuff. So it gets us ready, gets the girls ready without me around because they're the ones who play. I don't play anymore.
And heaven forbid you get a recruit on campus on a game day. I mean, that just adds to the list even more.
Right. And again, we're trying to do it in two ways. Because the NAI allows the recruits to practice with us, we have them come on game days, but it's more or less, hey, come check us out, watch us play, let's chat before or after, that kind of thing. We really try to get them on a non-game day so that they can actually train with us after a visit, a tour, and lunch and things like that.
I know you're looking forward to not only playing at home, but the schedule in October. There's not as many ranked teams, challenging games to say the least, but you're looking forward to going on a little bit of a run here in October.
Right. But it starts with the first game. When we look at, RPI says a lot. RPI gives you a chance to get some kind of accountability for everybody, who they play, what they've done, who they've beaten, and pretty much everybody that's on our schedule is in our RPI is in and around us.
Yeah.
Of course, what we want to do is win those games so our RPI gets jetted up higher. But in the big scheme of things, these are the games that we have to win. But we have to do it by playing well, because if we don't, these teams are good, what they do, what they've done, and they'll make it difficult for us. So we don't want to get a slip in any of these games moving forward.
I haven't forgotten what you look like, Coach, but I've started to lose some of the faces and the names and numbers. It's been so long since I've seen the girls play, so I'm looking forward to Friday.
Well, yeah, we're going to play, the Friday game is going to be a pink out game.
Oh, nice.
So we're going to have pink socks.
Okay.
Pink training pennies, so the warm-up will have pink, and the sideline players, before they go in, we'll have pink on. Wristbands, hopefully some pre-wrap for their hair. The corner flags just came in. So we're going to have pink flags.
That's
on the
unique.
corner
I don't think
flags.
I've ever seen that before.
Yeah, we just got them. So that's going to be really nice. And they're going to be in for the guys' game today.
Cool.
So that's going to be nice. And so that gives a little bit something more to play for. Everybody has a story that we try to do. So we don't want to take away from what's important about winning the game, but we also want to say what's important to so many people that are out there. And we're going to wear white today for our Friday. Sorry. So that'll look good. And then we'll pull out our new grays on Saturday. So it'll be nice.
Well, Coach, looking forward to it again. The women's soccer team will be at home, Grizzly Soccer Complex, 4 o'clock versus Point. We'll have you covered right here on the Grizzly Digital Network at 3:45. Coach, thanks for stopping by. Appreciate it.
All right. Go Grizzlies.
There it is. We'll take a break. We'll come back. This is the Grizzlies. You threw me off completely
Grizzly
here.
Digital
Grizzlies
Network.
Live at Newk Theater on the Grizzly Digital Network.
Right. Go Grizzlies.
Threw me off.
Oh, right. I was supposed to wait.
As a member of the NAIA, Georgia Gwinnett College is responsible for the actions of its coaches, student athletes, faculty and staff, fans, boosters, and alumni. We are committed to the principle of institutional control and operate in our athletics program in a manner consistent with the letter and spirit of the NAIA and Georgia Gwinnett College. We expect our student athletes to be model students in the classroom by offering academic support services in a variety of ways throughout their collegiate career. From study halls and tutoring to mentoring and personal growth and development training, GGC puts academic success at the forefront of our mission. Go Grizzlies!
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, here to Grizzlies Live at Newk Eatery. I got the title that time right. So we're joined now by head softball coach Ken Ihlenburg. Coach, it's been a while.
It's been a while, madam. Happy to be here.
Why on earth would I have our softball coach on the show in the middle of October?
Because you miss me?
I do miss you a lot, actually.
Because I'm funny?
I do.
And I should be on here?
Where's the little one? Where's Lily Cat?
Lily Cat she's gotten real taken care of. Wednesdays in the spring, you'll see her. But
all right, because I know everybody, she's the highlight of the show.
I know. She would have done one of these. She would have walked actually today.
She's walking now.
She's walking, talking. You can interview her probably by the end of the season.
Oh boy, how was your summer? How was your off season?
It was outstanding. Outstanding. Good. We did a lot of work in the office. We've got good things going. A lot of new faces on the team, so I had to get ready for them. And it took some time off to spend with Elizabeth. She turned 1 just before the season started. The semester rather.
Right.
So that was a lot of fun. We did that with the team, and they spoiled her with a little gift. So things are good.
I want to serve the story justice here because the last time we had you on the show here is the beginning of June. Season wrapped up. We put a nice little bow on the season with a highlight package and talked about the ups, and there was more ups and downs for sure. But without a doubt, the highest accolade had been yet to come. Coming from Kansas City, and we got a picture of this. This is the NAIA Champions of Character Team Award for softball that your staff and your team won. Grizzly Athletics. This is sitting in our trophy case. This is a national championship.
It is.
Where were you at when you got the phone call, or how did you hear about it?
Darren called me actually. He says in a Darren way to go, Kat. And I'm thinking, oh boy, what did I do? What did I leave on the field that he's laughing at? And he contacted me and explained what the award was. And I had sent in some information regarding it, thinking, my team had done some things this season that was worthy of being recognized. Maybe not that high of an accolade, but I thought they did some good things. So we were just beside ourselves, proud.
Awesome.
I mean, because that's one of the cornerstones of our program. It truly is that servant leadership. And I want the girls to understand that there's so many more things that occur than just balls and strikes and walks and hits. And we really do. As a whole program, the culture that they have amongst themselves is what can I do for you? Because in the long run, it is good for me if I do something for you.
And what's great, the NAIA hands out, they crown a softball national champion in what was Columbus, Georgia.
Right.
And they do the same thing in football and baseball and basketball.
Right.
And they do the same, this Champion of Character Award for baseball, softball, and it resides here in Lawrenceville at the GGC Athletic Complex. It's phenomenal.
Very happy.
And you pick up right where you left off this past weekend.
We did,
We get our tweet of the week from you. Thank you again.
Absolutely.
It's wonderful to have you. But your team was here in Lawrenceville at the Georgia Race for Autism and volunteered there as well.
And it's really, I tell the girls all the time that we can't afford things, and afford means money, but we can afford our time. We can give time. I will take time from practice. I will take time from weights because other people do need your time sometimes with time.
Fair enough.
But I want them to understand that you give no greater gift than your time. So for us to go out, it was an early morning, and
it was cold.
It was darn cold. The girls want their sweats, and they came today. But they really understood that was the purpose of it. We got to interact with some athletes, but the people coordinating the race, the people coordinating the event, they needed us there, and we were able to service that.
So now let's talk balls and strikes here. You guys have started the fall season. A lot of scrimmaging. You're going to play some outside opponents as well. A lot of under the radar stuff. But this is where a lot of the work gets done here in the fall.
It does. We've got a very young left side of our defense. We had great seniors last year, and I still thank them every day that I see them. But we have very, very new players on the left side. So they just need to learn first and thirds, bunt coverage, steal coverage. What are we going to do? And we had an opportunity to play outside competition. Saw a lot of good things. Knew they were fast. They did some things that was really good for us to see. Maybe felt bad in the moment, but it was good to see because we want to be better than that and defend steals, defend hit and runs. So we're able to really put a lot of that in play right now.
Probably the big thing in off-season that coaches love is team chemistry. How do you blend the new faces with the old ones?
Yeah.
How is that kind of team chemistry coming together in the off-season?
Any idea that pops in my head, we do. And that's a dangerous thing because crazy stuff can pop in my head. But we do team events. Obviously, the Race with Autism was huge. We'll go to the Special Olympics on Friday and participate with them, so we'll get to interact with more athletes. We do things just within the practice realm. Yesterday I did softball speed dating, which makes everyone laugh, but it's speed get to know you.
Okay.
So I yell out a topic and two girls are talking, they have to talk about that topic.
Okay.
So amusement parks, food, clothes, family. And then we'll do it again, it'll be more softball oriented. Favorite pitch,
Yeah.
best softball memory, one thing you want to accomplish this year. But until they have a foundation of trusting each other with certain things off the field, it translates for us on the field.
What's something in coach's mind that determines a successful fall camp?
Really coming out in the spring with an identity. And that identity, it doesn't have to be that we're champions, it doesn't have to be winners, but last season, I would say the identity of this team was hungry, and it was what could we do? I want this season's identity to be, I want one more.
Nice.
And so we really have played up that message in practices and some of the gear we have this season. One more win, one more weight, one more
Rep.
just one more.
Yeah.
And it really, if we have that identity, that going into the spring, good things should come.
How much work still has to be done between today and that first pitch in the spring?
I mean, we're still so naive to our process and so young to it.
Yeah.
To put a measure on it, it's impossible because certain things have already happened that I go, well, that won't happen in the spring. But I'm glad it's already happened.
Can we get there though?
Absolutely.
Good.
Yeah. I think we've got a really solid schedule in the spring. We're going to play really tough teams. Reinhardt off the bat, AUM to finish the season.
Nice.
Great opponents coming in and some tournaments mixed in, so we'll see national level competition. And the only way to get to that one more regional, one more World Series is to play those teams in our season.
Yeah. Well, Coach, we're really looking forward to it. Glad you're able to come on the show here.
Thanks, Matt.
We look forward to having you on the spring and looking forward to softball.
It's going to be fun.
That was good. We'll take a break here. During our break, we're going to highlight our GGC tennis program, and they're on their way to Sumner, South Carolina, literally right now on their way to compete in the Small College National Championship. So we'll take a peek at that right now. This is Grizzlies Live at Newk Eatery on the Grizzly Digital Network. GGC Tennis is ready to embark on another milestone adventure at the ITA Small College National Championships in Sumner, South Carolina.
So after the match, Chase came on court and he didn't seem that upset, which was kind of surprising to me. And then he came up to me and he said, well, congratulations. And I was like, what do you mean? And then he said, well, you're still going to make it because you're the second seed and you're still going to make it to the Nationals because I get the 8th spot. And that kind of made me happy because I was kind of grumpy a little bit.
I'm really excited to get going, and playing last week's regional was a lot of fun. You know, there's a lot of good players, and I'm looking forward to getting on the national level now. It's definitely been fun, and it's definitely been memorable, especially for getting that first win of the season in the fall season with that one in New Orleans, so it was nice.
It's awesome. Both of us seem to play sort of a similar aggressive get-forward game style, and personality-wise we connect well as well, so really enjoying it.
These Grizzlies will compete in the NAIA portion of the tournament, which features 8 of the very best NAIA players in the country, with only one to be crowned the NAIA ITA National Champion.
I'm trying to focus mostly on my singles game, play really aggressive.
A lot of hitting, just a lot of balls, a lot of match play, mixing up with different guys. You know, we have a lot of good players on the team, so just playing a lot of sets and getting ourselves ready for the competition. I think we worked really well together because Lachlan has a big serve. He absolutely just hammers it down the middle, and then I sometimes come up with the volleys, sometimes trying to get him a little off guard.
Definitely things that I know I can work on from the last match, which is good because obviously that's an improvement.
If any of the Grizzlies are able to win the NAIA bracket, they will advance to take on the NCAA Division II, Division III, and Junior College National Champion for the right to be crowned the ultimate competitor at the ITA Small College National Champion.
I seem to have a chance, so I really hope I can play my best and get past that.
It's an individual event, and we wanted to do our best, so I'm just really excited to get over there.
Championship, that's what we want. That's what we've been training for, off season and on season. That's what we've been trying to at least go for. So hopefully we achieve it.
Oh, we're going there to win it, singles and doubles. And Val and the girls, we're going to take home all the trophies.
For complete coverage of this weekend's tournament in Sumner, South Carolina, log on to GrizzlyAthletics.com. From Lawrenceville, Georgia, I'm Matt Mahoney for the Grizzly Digital Network. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, here to Grizzlies Live at Newk Eatery. Huge good luck to those guys that are headed to Sumner, South Carolina, a part of our tennis program. Jordan Cox, Valerie Apoda, Connor and Lachin, both part of doubles. Matthias was just short of a wild card spot, so the four of them you see right there, huge good luck to them. They could be doing some big things this weekend. And as always, stay locked to our website, GrizzlyAthletics.com, for complete coverage of their adventure this weekend. Tonight, men's soccer will play host to Talladega, 7 o'clock under the lights. We'll have the pregame show for you at 6:45 right here on the Grizzly Digital Network. Women's soccer will return home to the Grizzly Soccer Complex on Friday, October 10th at 4 o'clock versus Point. We're looking forward to welcoming back the Grizzlies on the Grizzly Digital Network. 3:45 for that pregame show, and we'll also have coverage of Saturday's game versus Cumberland's at 6:45. The aforementioned tweet of the week comes from head coach Kat Ihlenburg, as her softball program went right here in Gwinnett County and participated in the Georgia race for autism. Coach Ihlenburg was our tweet of the week by using the hashtag Grizzly Athletics. And fans, you can be our tweet of the week by using any of the hashtags you see on your screen there. Grizzly Game Bites newsletter is alive and well. Grizzly Club is doing well. And again, for those of you that come here to Newk's, this is a very special announcement. Newk's is partnered with the Gwinnett Medical Center and their foundation to raise not only awareness but funds for breast cancer patients here in Gwinnett County. So anytime you come to Newk's, round your bill up to the first whole dollar, and that change will be donated to the the GMC fund, and the folks here at Newk's will match a portion of those proceeds as well. The campaign is off to a great start, and we want to see it finish here throughout the month of October. We'll be back for Grizzlies Live next Wednesday, right here at 12 o'clock at Newk's Eatery. So come on by or watch the show live on our Grizzly Digital Network. Colin, we good? Marissa, we good? 2 thumbs up from both of them. Y'all getting good at that. I'm Matt Mahoney signing off saying so long, everybody. This is Grizzlies Live at Newk's Eatery on the Grizzly Digital Network.
We'd like to thank all of our corporate sponsors who have made today's game possible. You can watch this game and previous games by clicking the On Demand tab at the top of the page. In addition, you can watch coaches' shows and weekly feature stories all on the Grizzly Digital Network by clicking the On Demand tab as well. For the latest information, including game recaps, schedules, and so much more, visit GrizzlyAthletics.com.